look at that. It's a series dub, everybody. I have not guttural screamed in a week. I forgot how to do it. Can't even remember when the last one was. Welcome in, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3. The Fan. Pleasure to be here after a couple of really nice wins from our San Diego Padres. Fantastic stuff. I'm Woodsy. Paul Rindle's our executive producer. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
I am doing well, and live from Eugene, Oregon is our beloved pal, Benjamin R. Higgins. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I'm not a professional sports broadcaster, but I did sleep in a Holiday Inn Express last night.
Yeah, he's been sitting on that for probably since he booked it. Probably at least a week is my guess.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I cannot.
Several weeks, I would
It's
say.
probably the only reason he wanted to do the show today live from vacation is to get that in. Now, you got a haircut, it looks like.
I did. Actually, I got it a little extra short, knowing
Okay.
I'm not going to be on television for another week. So
Oh, yeah, you sure
let's go
did.
football. I went on the short side for sure.
Paulie,
What do you think?
can you do me a favor? I'll vamp for a minute. Can you pull up Frankie Carbone from the movie Goodfellas? And I would like you to find Frankie Carbone from Goodfellas, and I would like you to put Frankie Carbone's picture into the group chat. All right. Where's the product? It looks very dry.
There's a little product in there.
Are you
This is
sure?
the look right now.
Okay.
I put it in this morning.
It's
There's
definitely
product in here.
It's definitely less Chairman Mao and more Frankie Carbone. Now, Ben, do you remember Frankie Carbone from Goodfellas?
Frankie Carbone was, which one was he?
He's the guy that got frozen in the meat truck. Yeah. Yeah, but the haircut is it when you popped on the screen, I was like, whoa, that's Frankie Carbone. It's identical. It's what a picture. Oh, Christ almighty. It's identical. Oh, it's amazing. It's absolutely
You're saying I
amazing.
look like a movie star. Great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what we're saying.
like a very handsome Italian movie star. Oh, there he is. All right, so let's get it. My thing is so frozen over here. How's the audio sounding to the tier ones? Ben, again, live from the Holiday Inn Express right now. I think it sounds pretty good on our end.
It sounds
Benny.
like we're doing a show from the Holiday Inn Express.
It does, but it's definitely passable.
Yeah.
It's better than most podcasts I hear. Hello.
You sound good to me.
Okay. Oh, is that?
I mean, I thought you were asking the tier one, so I was.
Well, I was
waiting
asking
for a
everyone.
response.
I was asking everybody. I can't really talk. My hair is like a rat's nest. So I just wanted to let you know. It surprised me. You did say yesterday you were going to maybe go a little shorter because you had a week of lag time, which is good. It is. That's tight. That is tight.
I will be
for you.
wearing a hat like
Yeah.
95% of the time this next week. I can put one on right now if it's bothering you too much, but
No, it looks great. I just feel like hanging you from a hook in a meat truck because you ran your big mouth and I told you not to say anything and you ran your big mouth and now you got to go. So now you go into the back of a meat truck is the way that we do things on this show, man. All right. So you're in the Holiday Inn Express. It is same time as it is here, 6:05 in the a.m. What was the trip like yesterday? Smooth?
trip was very smooth. Got a ride to the airport from my son. Arrived 2 hours before my flight.
Nice.
Got through security in about 8 seconds.
Of course.
You didn't need the TSA pre-check, but had it. And quickly made my way to the Chase Lounge in Terminal 2, where I did I did adulting. I got my laptop out. I had a glass of I had a Manhattan and a glass of red wine while I sat and worked with a few of the planes departing. Just enjoyed myself. I just felt very, very adult as I was waiting for my flight. Other professionals were sitting behind, near me, working on their laptops, like we were all real important people getting ready to go somewhere very important.
So you were in the the Chase Sapphire Lounge?
Yes, right by Gate 47 in Terminal 2.
Okay. And so you knocked down a couple drinks, got on the plane. How was the flight?
Flight was smooth, very sparsely filled.
Oh,
There was
lucky.
probably,
Nice.
I mean, more than half the seats were empty. So everybody got to sit, on their own without anybody right next to them. So I had plenty of room. And the flight was about 2 hours and very smooth. And then we landed in Eugene. Airport was just as empty as my flight. Walked right up to the rental car counter, got my keys, walked over. A guy was already bringing my golf clubs like directly to me. He had pulled them off the baggage claim.
Like it.
He was walking them right to me. And I go, does those say Higgins on them? And he goes, yeah, I figured they were yours. So we're going to bring them over. That's the best service I've ever gotten in an airport in my life. Thank you very much. And drove over to the Holiday Inn Express, and here I am.
Yeah, mine is the one that says Carbone with the Italian flag on the bottom of the on the head covers. It's all the Italian flags on there. That's awesome, dude. So you're in. The picture is dead on. It's
gonna be. I can't unsee it.
It's what everyone's saying. They're like, it's identical. I think it's a lack of product, maybe. I can't tell because it does look very Carbone-ish right now. Can you give me, sir? I know that I had been requesting the Chairman Mao Zedong. Could you possibly give me the Frankie Carbone
I'd
from
like
Goodfellas?
to switch it up this time.
I mean, the last haircut I got, she's like, how short do you want to go? I'm like, pretty short because I hate getting haircuts. I got done. I was like, oh, cool. Thanks for the Freddie Freeman. That's exactly what I wanted. I really wanted the Roger Maris. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now haven't had to get a haircut in 8 weeks because I got the Freddie Freeman. But no, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be in hats all week out at Bandon Dunes is where you are heading. And let me tell the tier one something. Benjamin is a very even-keeled person. Very. Like he's just so even-keeled. While the world is burning around him sometimes, he's like, what are you going to do? This dude last night, though, from the airport, was so giddy about this trip. I mean, he was so very giddy.
It like warmed my heart.
It made me so happy, dude. It made me so happy. He's sending us people's TikToks about Bandon Dunes. And I watched them. I was like, bro, I was laying in bed. Get it.
I said to Megan, I go, Ben is sending us reels about this trip. That's how excited he is. He's never done this before.
He's never done this before, ever. I mean, since we've known him, you've been to Hawaii, you've been on golf trips before, you've been to Alisal, like, you go with your family every year. Those are great trips. And every year I'm like, please send us some content or like some pictures. He's like, yeah, I will. And he never does. Never. And this one, he's like, look at this. Oh, my God. Look at the food. Look at the shepherd's pie that this place has. And look at this. Look at these courses. And I watched them all. And I'm like, this is it. So you get to play. And this was pretty cool. I didn't realize this. You get to play in one fell swoop 5 of the top 100 golf courses in the United States.
No.
Oh.
In the world.
5
of the top 18 courses in the United States.
5
public
of the
courses,
top 18 in the world
this weekend
in one fell swoop,
starting today.
Man, that is special.
I mean, the other courses on this list are places like Pebble Beach and Pinehurst and Whispering, or just some of the amazing courses, obviously, that you see at U.S. Opens. Bethpage Black, the one. Torrey Pines is on there. So I've played a couple of them, obviously, in my life. But there's no other place where you can find a collection of such incredible courses in the same place. And I mean, I've done all the research. I've done everything that I possibly can, but I still don't know if I'm totally prepared for what is in store for me for the next 4 days.
Which is the best part, is being unprepared for what's in store for you. That is the best part of the pilgrimage. Truly having it all planned out is not ideal. I got to Manchester last year and I changed my plans. I mean, I looked at what some of the things we were thinking about doing and I said, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be in here. I want to be here. I don't want to be on a train to Liverpool, and I don't want to do this. The trains were hard enough to figure out. Let's just be here in Manchester and do our thing and then go see the show. And I get it, Benny. I totally get it. Part of the reason I wanted to go to England was because the guy opening for Oasis is Richard Ashcroft from The Verve, and I got to see 2 of my my idol bands that I adore, play together in their hometown. And I totally understand the giddiness in which you're feeling right now, but I'm just happy for you that you get to do this. It's awesome. Are you naked?
Yeah.
Are you naked below the waist right now?
No, I'm. I've got my golf clothes on. I'm ready to go. I've got golf pants. I am.
Look at that hog.
I decided to rep San Diego. I got a Torrey Pine shirt. I will put on a Goat Hill hat as well for the first day, so everyone will know where I'm coming from when I play Bandon Trails this afternoon, which will be the first course that we've got on our rotation.
Look at that view, Paulie. Oh my God!
When Benny was texting us last night about it, I threw on the YouTube app and I just typed in Bandon Dunes, and some golf content creator had the full, like, everything you need to know. I was like, done. Throw that on. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching this whole video, and they're showing like all the courses, everything that the compound has on the site, all the different hotels, restaurants. It looks amazing.
It looks incredible.
But I'm sitting there and I'm watching it and I go, this is definitely just a testament to like my golf game. Like, that looks like my nightmare weekend.
Yeah, same.
Because it would be so gorgeous, and it's such a hike and a trip to get up there, and I would be so bad. I would be miserable the entire time. I was like, baby, you have no idea how much this would be just miserable for me.
There is no way.
I know you think that.
I don't top it.
I know
off
you
the
think
first
that,
tee.
Paulie,
No chance.
But these courses are not known as like the hardest courses in the world. What makes them hard at times is the weather. Wind on the coast, oftentimes rain, but knock on wood, there's not a drop of rain in the forecast. Winds seem fairly mild, so it feels like, there could be an opportunity for scoring and enjoying some pretty picturesque days on the Oregon coast that I'm looking forward to.
From the videos that I saw, like, it didn't look that difficult, which is exactly what somebody like me would probably say. I'm like, that looks okay, but there's not a ton of trees and all. There's, it's fairly open, but I'm like, no, there's just something we're not able to see. Like the rough is like worse than Torrey Pines.
No, it's for me. The first hole, I would top my drive.
Yeah,
I would top my drive on the first hole, and then I'd be spun out for the entire rest of the trip.
My whole point is, I'm watching that video. Yeah. I'm watching the video, and I'm going, this would not go well for me.
No.
But I am clearly able to see like why Ben is so excited.
It's
because
awesome,
if I was Ben, I would be over the moon right now about it.
I mean, you're just a wreck till you get to the airport. You're just a wreck. Your son's driving you. You're like, bro, 2 hands on the wheel. Hey, go. Just get over. Just get over. This guy's coming fast behind us.
That happened like 5 times.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
We're drifting. We're drifting a little bit.
You're drifting.
Stay in the middle. Stay in the middle of your lane.
It's unbelievable. Bucket list, man. And I love that for you. I'm very happy for you. Paulie and I will be here tomorrow. Going to have our pal Clark Farrenhold, I think, come in, talk some Padres and talk some Padres minor leaguers. And, every single day I'm seeing like, oh my God, look at this guy and look at this guy. And for a team that didn't have any prospects, we certainly have a lot of guys making some waves right now. So as we kind of expected that to happen, that's going to happen. We'll have Clark in tomorrow. We'll have some fun without Benny here. But man, I'm fired up for you your trip. I'm not in as good of a headspace as Benjamin Higgins is right now, because it finally happened. It finally happened at Little League practice yesterday, where your boy kind of went off the rails a little bit. We have had a real time with base running. And they just not understanding what a force out is and what a tag up is. To all of us, we've been watching the game our whole lives. It's so moronically easy for us. We've been watching this our whole lives. You got an 8-year-old, and you're trying to explain to him, oh, no, when the force is off here. Now the force is off, and now you have to tag him. No, don't. You can't just step on the base here, bud. You got to tag him because there's only a runner on second. We've run into 15 outs in the last 5 games, right, on the base paths. So we get out to the field yesterday, and we're having a pretty good little scrimmage, and guys are hitting and fielding and doing the thing. And then you start to see the base running mistakes again. I go, all right, that's it. Scrimmage is over. Everybody on second. And I'm yelling out scenarios from home plate, right? Okay, first and second, 1 out. What do we do? And I throw a pop fly. Right. And every kid just runs from first and second. So I'm like, okay, let me. And it was about 35 minutes of this to where I'm like, guys, 2 outs, pop fly. They all just stand there and watch it. I'm like, there's 2 outs. You're supposed to run. Just put your head down and run. There's parents in the stands looking at me. And I'm like, I can't keep just repeating the same thing if you guys aren't going to pay attention. Paulie,
were they not grasping the concept of like tagging up and knowing the situation?
I think I scared the S out of them, is what I did. I think I just got in their head. It's hard for me to be like, that's okay. I know that it's 17 times in a row you've made the same mistake. Well, it's okay. We're having fun.
You're already red right now.
Am I dude, I'm telling you.
You're getting red just talking about it.
I got home. And Bo goes, do I have to play baseball? And I go, well, that's it. I've completely burned my 8-year-old. We are not even through the first season of minor B yet.
How many chips do you have as a Little League coach?
Paulie, if you heard the conversations that I have with Mrs. Woods in private after some of these practices, I don't, at the end of the day, man, I just want them to love the game. I don't think I really instilled the love of the game to them yesterday. I don't, and I'll wear it. I texted 2 of the parents. I was like, I'm sorry. I lost my, I wasn't calling anybody names. I was very vociferous yesterday. Also, in my defense slightly, the thing is right on the highway. You can't hear a thing.
Yeah.
So you have to be,
yelling.
and I'm a naturally loud guy, and I'm a very passionate guy. Very passionate. Anybody that knows me knows that. So I'm also like, why would you not run? And it just kind of spiraled a little bit.
I was going to make a suggestion, but maybe the highway noise will make it ineffective. But why don't you have them always run when the ball is hit, unless you hear everybody yell, freeze. So their instinct is to run, but if it's less than 2 outs and a ball goes in the air, or there's a force play, possibly you can yell, or not a force play and a tag, you can yell freeze, and then they don't run until they see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, that would be fine, but here's the problem with not only the highway noise, it's also Timmy and Mikey and Johnny and Breaker's dad, not Breaker's dad, but they're the ones also yelling in the middle of the game. So they're getting 15 voices at all times, right? At all times. And that's just the nature of Little League. That was the way it was when I was a kid. That's the way it was when you were a kid. It's the way it was when Paulie was a kid. Yeah. That's the way it will always be until you literally muzzle parents in the stands with ball gags. That's how it's going to be in Little League. That's just the way it's going to be. You're going to have, get your elbow up, put your elbow down, get your hands up, get your hands back, spread your feet. No, tighten your feet up a little bit. I mean, you're getting an incredible amount of information, and it's hard for them to process. So that's why I try to break it down at practice with like, hey, here's some scenarios. Man, I knew I was over when a couple of my best players, 2 outs, throwing pop flies to the infield, and they just freeze. And I knew, I was like, I got to be done. I have to end it now because my best players aren't running with 2 outs. And that means I've failed them. So it's really the concept of the force play, Ben, is really, really getting them. Really, really not understanding when the force is on and the force is off and all that. So it's tough, dude. It's tough. I feel bad. I really beat myself up over it last night, thinking about it. That I didn't lose my cool. I was just loud, I was just loud and kind of incredulous that they weren't getting it, dude. It's really,
you're
really
not
tough.
You're not a failure as a coach. You're not a failure as a parent if you can't totally get base running in the very first season of minor B.
I know.
This is why there's many levels of Little League, and they will advance and they will get to understand the game a little bit more. You don't have to do everything the very first season of Little League and get them knowing, the intricacies of the game. They will get there. They will get there.
It's what I keep telling myself. And I think you just don't like to see people that you're coaching or teaching or whatever. You don't like to see them remaking the same mistakes. And I think as a parent too, you're like, hey man, you have made this mistake at home 50 times. Like sometimes I'm going to let it slide, but we've made it clear this is a mistake that you continue to make. That's hard for me to reconcile, right? You keep repeating the same thing over and over. So it's hard. So look, man, it's no joke. The timing of life is spectacular sometimes. There's a guy, he writes a blog for parents and coaches in Little League. His name is Tony. I don't want to butcher his name. Tony Manitolo.
Hey.
You might know him, Carbone. And so David J., our pal from Mad Fryer, says, man, I've known you guys for each a long time. You guys would really connect. He writes a blog. He does a web series for parents about keeping the fun in the game and being okay, being cool. And just so happened, David texted me yesterday to connect me with this guy. So I'm going to be talking to him at 10:30 this morning. I'm out of here and I'm going straight to that because, I went into Bo's room last night and I go, all right, man, let me wear this one. I am sorry if I've taken some of the fun out of this for you. I'm sorry. If you give me another shot, I will bring the fun back. I promise. And he's like, all right, deal. And so that we're going to work towards it. But I'm telling you, man, I was a mess. I laid in bed last night going, what am I doing wrong? What did I do wrong? And so that's my process, and we'll get it all figured out. But it was something else, man. It was something else. Sorry.
Bringing the fun back.
Bringing the fun back. That's right. It's kind of our motto here on Ben and Woods. Fun and funny.
San Diego Padres brought the fun back the last couple of days.
Boy, they did.
That was good.
That was
needed that.
I've never seen a fan base go from zero to panic back to zero.
I have.
Such a
the San Diego Padres fan base that happens 50 times a year.
Don't worry, we'll panic again soon. I have no doubt about it. But last 2 days did feel good if you're a Padres fan. We will go through it all. We got our Padres Wrap-Up coming up in our next segment and talk about the win yesterday, 5-1 over the San Francisco Giants, first series win. And it's been almost 2 weeks, I think, since the Padres captured a series. We'll talk about that. We will set the menu for the Thursday edition of Ben and Woods. One of us in Eugene, Oregon, the other two back in studio. I do have my I think this is a Eugene or an Oregon native. I got my Dutch Brothers coffee for the first time.
It's you.
Oh,
that little kiosk in the parking lot. So I've got my mocha, chocolate milk, and espresso, and it is pretty delicious actually this morning. It's a vacation drink, no doubt about it.
All right, let's go to break.
All right, we will check traffic, and then we are off and running on a Thursday with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, I want to tell you about my friends at Trajan Wealth. Trajan Wealth fiduciaries, which means they are responsible.
He just, oh, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee
It's going to in a second.
right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
He just, oh, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say.
So I've got one minor concern for the next 28 minutes of the show.
Okay.
And I don't know if I can do anything about it, but they had a lot of signs at this hotel in Eugene about their quiet hours from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. and how seriously they take it. And They want to make sure that all the guests are peaceful and relaxed. Didn't say anything about doing a live radio show starting at 6 a.m. from one of the rooms.
Okay.
So not sure what the neighbors have to say and if I may get a noise complaint because, well, you know me, I'm kind of loud. So I'm sorry, room 330 or whatever's next door to me, or you're on the air in San Diego right now.
Just tell them your name's Adam Klug. You apologize.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. My name's Adam Klug. I work for Odyssey, San Diego. Well, yeah, I was nervous. I thought you were going to say somebody came and knocked on your door already.
Not yet.
Which
not yet.
We've had that happen with our kids at a hotel before. They knock on the door. You're like, I'm 6 a.m. We are early birds. I'm very, very sorry.
Now that sign did say they have earplugs available at the front desk. So
yeah, I don't travel without them.
Doesn't want to listen to Ben and Woods here in Oregon live. Go ahead, get yourself some earplugs, and you can just shut me out for the next however long you want to sleep. You want to sleep in this morning, you're good.
Tell them your name is Frankie Carbone and you're part of an organization that operates out of New York, and that if they want to run their mouth, then they can see what the consequences are.
We've got a short show for at least our purposes today on a Thursday with our Epic Wings, Epic Padres Roundtable coming up at 9 o'clock. Paulie's going to be sitting in as well today, which means we've got to get to plenty in our 3-hour program, including our Padres Wrap-Up, and we'll talk about yesterday's win over the San Francisco Giants 5-1. In our 7 o'clock hour, don't do this. You may have seen, I think it was right after our show that it was pointed out to us, the social media post by the San Francisco Giants yesterday that
it was a couple days
caused a lot of waves. A couple days ago,
yeah.
But it was being broadcast widely yesterday. People started to become aware of it. We didn't become aware of it until after the show yesterday, but we'll definitely bring that up in DDT. Sammy Levitt's going to be with us at 7:35. Now, I was told by Paul Reindl that Sammy's actually taking the day off. Padres do have a game tonight, 7 o'clock start against the St. Louis Cardinals back at Petco Park. It's the Mason Miller flame-throwing bobblehead night presented by Cox, but Sammy is otherwise engaged. But he is going to join us this morning at 7:35 to talk about our baseball team, so we can see what's going up with Sammy Levitt. In our 8 o'clock hour on a Throwback Thursday, we'll play a little Real or Fake, try to qualify another Tier 1 for the $500 gift card to the Westgate Las Vegas, the trip to Sin City. And then at 8:35, our weekly conversation with the Athletics' Eno Sarris, a little smart baseball to take you right into our Epic Padres Roundtable coming up at 9 o'clock. All guests on Ben and Woods appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. But you guys ready to get right into our Padres Wrap-Up in just a second?
Yeah, here in a moment. You've been frozen on our screen for the last, I don't know, 3 minutes.
Am I a bad look or is it a good look?
Actually, David J said, how is it that when
now he's back.
Any other human being freezes?
Hang on real quick. I just want to try to figure out, were you on a different tab or something on your computer?
Yeah, I switched over to the show rundown tab, and then I switched back to the StreamYard tab.
Interesting. It was like as soon as you switched over, your video kicked back in, so you might have to just stay on that screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that would mean that Woods might have to read the liners and everything because
we have them recorded. We got them recorded.
Let's see. Have we done any yet? Have you done any?
Yeah, throw in David. We need a David Shapiro right now.
Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com.
Thank you, Paulie.
Now, strangely enough, your screenshot, David J. said, how is it that when any other human being freezes on screen, we look like morons, and Ben somehow looks even more handsome? It actually was a really good likeness of you. Like a new head, it was headshot worthy.
I then just leave it up. Why would you ever change it?
I don't know. It looks. I'm gonna text it to you because I took a screenshot. You'll like it. But yeah, we can get to the Wrap-Up.
All right, we'll check traffic. We'll get to the Wrap-Up and talk yesterday's game coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
Chula Vista to National City, it's crowded northbound on the 5 from the 54 to Harbor Drive. San Diego northbound the 805 is sluggish before and after the 94.
Traffic report brought to you by Soapy Joe's. Hey Santee, Soapy Joe's is now open on Mission Gorge Road. Sign up today for just $9.99 your first month at any wash club level at Mission Gorge only. Come suds up with us. Visit SoapyJoesCarWash.com for more details. Good, clean fun.
I love winning, man. I love winning. You hear what I'm saying? It's like better than losing. Are you ready?
How did things play out in yesterday's game?
I liked last night's game.
It's time for the
Padres Wrap-Up
with Ben and Woods.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, the rooftop pool's open. Day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
And Schmidt off the handle, pops it into short left field. Laureano, long run, gonna get there to make the catch. And that'll end a 1-2-3, bottom of the first inning for Bradley Rodriguez. 2-2 the pitch. Sheet swings, hits it in the air, deep to right field. This one will stay fair, and this one into the drink on the fly. Splashdown for Gavin Sheets, his 5th home run of the year. And the Padres take a 1-0 lead here in the 4th. 2-0. And Evers in the air out to deep left field. Laureano's back. He is at the wall, leaps up, gonna go. Raphael Devers, finally for him, a home run. And it's a game-tying shot. Grant swings, loops it into shallow right field. Rodriguez, long run, dives forward, can't make the catch. Kicks off his glove, rolls behind him. Both runs are going to score. Grant is rounding second, on his way to third. The throw and the tag, not in time. And the Padres go ahead, it's 3-1. And Bogarts launches one in the air, deep down the left field line, trying to keep it fair, and he will. Another home run for Xander Bogarts. He leaves the yard for the 2nd consecutive game, and the Padres add on. It's 5-1 here in the 8th. Now the 1-2 pitch, and Schmidt swings and misses. Strike 3, got him with the slider, and Mason Miller, a 1-2-3, bottom of the 9th inning with a couple of strikeouts to close the door. And the Padres a 5-1 win here this afternoon as they come to San Francisco and take 2 out of 3.
Great about by Ty. I don't know if the manager put him in the greatest position to succeed, but we got him out there. And he came through and made it look good.
What did happen?
Well, we had a lot going on as far as like our roster today. Campy with a bad toe, and trying to stay away from him, trying to give Xander a day off. And a lot of people out of position, so we trying to figure all that out in a short time frame. And luckily, Ty's such a pro. He went out there and did his job, and it worked out for us.
He owes Craig Stammen owes Ty France a nice bottle of scotch or something, my friend. That could have been such a I mean, look, at the end of the day,
it was bad. Even though it worked out. It still
worked out.
Like, what the hell is happening here, guys?
And the thing is, man, is like you expect some growing pains with a new manager. I'm so glad it worked out in his favor because, yeah, man, putting up a pinch hitter in an 0-1 count because you kind of lagged there and didn't play it all kind of through in your head. That's tough. It's a tough look for the skipper, and I'm going to talk to him about it tomorrow. But you knew he was going to make mistakes. It didn't cost us, thankfully, and like we just talked about in the open, try to learn from that mistake and not let it happen again. And but Ty France, I was reading in the AC's newsletter. He's like, I'm 0-1, I'm fine. He goes, I'm a swinger. He's actually hitting 250 in an 0-1 count. He's hitting 202 in an 0-0 count. So it worked out. Thank God. Al also caught a huge break by the Giants having that catcher in right field who's also played some outfield. But that's a huge turn of events for the Padres.
Well, that whole go-ahead rally was Giants' mistakes.
Yeah.
The Matt Chapman error on Tatis's routine grounder.
Do you think Casey Schmidt should have told him, hey, man, why don't you catch the effing ball, dude?
He should have. Casey Schmidt's the star of that team. Matt Chapman's been pretty bad so far this season. So Casey Schmidt could do some talking if he wanted to. But then how about the decision by Tony Vitello to take Adrian Hauser out of the game at
Amazing.
that point? He was owning the San Diego Padres. Even Don and Mudd were going, what is this guy doing? This guy's pitching great, and you're going to a bullpen, and the first batter that Wynn comes in and faces, he walks, Laureano to put runners at first and
4
second,
pitches.
and then Nick Castellanos hits a dribbler, moves the runners over. Freddie Fermin, now we understand why they didn't perhaps pinch hit for Freddie Fermin in that situation. They did not have a backup catcher in yesterday. We didn't know that before the game, but we just found out, of course. that Luis Campusano was nursing a toe injury, so they needed to leave Fermin in. They just said, all right, well, if we need to leave him in, let's just have him bunt, get it down a safety squeeze, and try to get the go-ahead run home. He was unable to do that, ended up popping up for the second out, which is why they needed to go to the pinch hitter. So they had plenty of time. They knew that Seung-Moon Song was left-handed, presumably. Now, they've seen him enough in spring training in a day or two. They knew that Tony Vitello was bringing in a left-hander who still had to warm up. And Craig Stammen didn't totally explain what went on. My only potential hypothesis here, and tell me what you guys think. Xander Bogaerts might have been the better choice. Was he perhaps not was he in the bathroom or something? They were thinking it's going to be Xander, and everyone's like, where is Xander? And they went at the last second, said, we'll send Ty up there instead. And it was too late. And they were already at an 0-1 count because Xander did end up pinch hitting, of course, hitting a home run in the 8th inning.
Huge bomb.
But why wouldn't he have been the choice there with the game on the line, 2 runners on? He's been clutch with runners in scoring position this season. And he would be going in for the shortstop, Seung-Moon Song, which of course is his position.
Right.
So why was it not Xander there? Maybe that was part of the equation.
Guzzinator says Ty said he was in the batting cage. I'm assuming he being Xander. So maybe Xander was down getting some swings. I have no idea. All I know is that I was.
So he wanted Xander to have the full day off, but then he ended up using him anyway.
I was screaming I was screaming at the TV. I was texting you guys. I was losing my mind. The bunting yesterday was insane, and it was insane. And I totally understand Manny in the first inning. Looking up, seeing Chapman where he was, knowing he's a 0 for 16, I think, or 1 for 16 against Adrian Hauser, and looks down and goes, yeah, I can probably get one. It was a decent bunt, but, you gave away an out there. Didn't really work. And then the Fermin attempt of the safety squeeze over and over until he finally just can't hit a lazy fly ball, and they don't get that run in. They get bailed out by Ty France. But I don't know, man. Freddie Fermin, Benny, did not have a good day. He had a terrible sacrifice that got Castellano thrown out at second base. I mean, Padres, by all accounts, tried to give away 1/9 of their outs yesterday. 1/9 of their. That's right, 1/9 of their outs. They tried to give them away to the very lowly San Francisco Giants in a ballpark where, my God, you can stick your ass out, hit a slider, and you might hit a double. In Oracle. It's so huge. The outfielders have to play so deep. I like my chances with my $30 million man swinging away, hitting himself out of the slump. I like my chances with Freddie Fermin trying to swing away. If you're going to do it, execute it. That's part of the problem too, is it's poor strategy. And then you compound it with really poor execution. The strategy is what it is. If that's what you want to do, fine. But your execution really in all 3 phases was pretty terrible. I think that's where my issue is.
Well, I agree. The strategy was questionable, but let's talk about the strategy that did work out really, really well. And that was Bradley Rodriguez as an opener into Matt Waldron, which worked brilliantly. I think in 2 different phases. Obviously, for the first time all series, the Padres got through the bottom of the first inning without a Casey Schmidt home run or any damage whatsoever. In fact, it only took Bradley 7 pitches to get through that inning. And I was wondering,
dude,
you want to bring him out for another inning? That was pretty good.
I know, man. I thought the same thing.
But, stick with the plan. And for people, who are scratching their head going, what's the purpose of this? Part of it is psychological. Shake things up for Matt Waldron, bring him in, in the second inning rather than the first. He struggled somewhat early in games. But strategically, if you want him to go 5 innings, which he did, you can avoid the top 3 hitters on the Giants a third time. If you start at the beginning of the game, you're going to face the 1, 2, 3. You're going to face them a second time. And probably if you're going 5 innings, unless you are pitching, perfect game, everyone's, 3 up, 3 down, which is rare, you're going to end up having to face those guys a third time. If you start on the 4th hitter, well, then you're going to face the middle and bottom of the lineup, maybe into the 3rd time. And then you're out by the time the top of the order comes up again, and you can go to your higher leverage relievers if you've got a lead and it's late in the game. So there is a valid strategic reason for going with the opener beyond just let's shake things up. And I think we talked last week about why you don't go with an opener, because then you're using Bradley, and well, maybe you're not. You may win the game 10-0. You wouldn't have needed him, and you're using a reliever that you don't have to. But in this case, I thought it worked out really well, Woods, for the Padres, and a good decision by Craig Stammen.
I thought it was great, and you've seen other teams employ it, and I think we've had situations in the last few years, Benny, where you're like, why wouldn't we do this with some of the guys we've had in our bullpen? In the last, since we've been covering the team together, at least, right? You've got guys down there like this. Okay, this starting pitcher really has a hard time in the first inning. Okay, well, this guy is lights out, has electric stuff. Let's get the 3 best hitters out of the way. And if it backfires, it backfires, right? But I loved how you explained that, man. You're going through the middle and the bottom of the order. Matt Waldron deserves all the credit in the world for the way that he pitched yesterday. He pitched his ass off, straight up, got the win, earned the win. I thought he was brilliant. I saw a Giant fan that I follow. He said, if you can't hit Matt Waldron, you don't belong in the big leagues. And I almost countered with, yeah, man, that'd be like giving up hits to Willie Adames and Patrick Bailey and Matt Chapman and Rafael Devers. Like when he gave up the homer to Devers, I'm like, can't give up a homer to that guy. He's like one of the worst qualified hitters in baseball. But Matty Waldron went out yesterday and just took control. Was fantastic, man. Really, really happy to see that. I wasn't expecting it at all. I was actually kind of nervous about watching, and it was pretty damn enjoyable, actually, to watch Matt Waldron pitch yesterday.
As your Giants friend, you could say the same thing about Adrian Hauser.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Whoever that guy was that shut down the Padres in the first game of the series, whose name I've already forgotten.
Trevor McDonald?
Luke McDonald. Trevor McDonald. Yeah. So, I mean, every team goes through it, from time to time. I thought the Gavin Sheets home run was a really fun moment. It was brought up a couple of times that you'd rarely hit the foul home run and then on the very next pitch, just straighten it out by a few yards and hit the fair home run even further. That was kind of wild because almost always the pitcher, once he knows, oh, he was on me, he was pulling it.
Not going to see that again.
You're going to throw anything but a pitch that he can pull for a home run in that situation.
It's the old, I'm going to overthink this on the mound because you throw it, he smokes it, and you're like, all right, he knows I'm not going in there again. Like he's sitting there going, I'm not going to see that again. So let me throw it again. And he's like, wow, this idiot threw the same pitch in the same spot, and now I'm going to hit it out for a home run. It's classic overthinking by the pitcher and really, really nice execution from Gavin Sheets. But again, Castellanos, I thought, deserves a lot of credit, too, for some ABs he put together. I know his weak roll, ground out to short. Yeah, man, fine. You got both runners over in that. You put the ball in play. Good things happen.
He also made some decent defensive plays.
He really
Obviously,
did.
He's not
He really
out
did.
there,
He really did.
Didn't look uncomfortable. Made some tougher plays with the wind blowing, day game at Oracle. That's not an easy outfield.
Sung Moon Song with a really brilliant play at short. I mean, and again, you look at that and you go, all right, Toddy's moved into second. Sung Moon Song's at short. Depth.
Well, you heard Craig Stammen in the post-game interview that we played in the wrap-up there. He's like, look, we're banged up right now.
Yeah.
Guys are playing out of position. Guys are stepping up. And he's like, credit to guys like Song, who's like, hey, man, welcome to day 2 in the big leagues. Like, now you're playing short, Yeah. And everyone's we got a lot of Swiss Army knives right now. I like it.
I like it, too. And, the book is still out on Sung Moon Song right now, but in the first 2 games that he's played, I like what I see. I like the energy he gives. It really was a super play that he made. Didn't hit yesterday, but hey, man, you're going to have those days in the big leagues too. I thought it was a really good team win. You look up and down the lineup, and almost everybody contributed. Jackson Merrill seems to be heating up right now. I like that. Manny's still trying to figure it out a little bit.
You go over.
Manny did,
series?
Yeah. Was he 0 for the series or 1?
I think he was 0 for the series.
That's a tough look. So yeah, it was at the end of the day, man. You handled business. You took 2 or 3 from a really bad team. I'd like to keep that team down. I'm slow. I was like, there's some guys. No, I'm out. They're getting close to like public enemy number 2.
Yeah,
for me, I don't like them, and I don't like their manager. I think he's a joke.
I think they're now tied with the Rockies for the worst record in baseball.
Yeah.
So the Padres have two pretty much turds in their division early in the season.
Let's keep it that way.
You want to take advantage of it. They've only gone 3-3 against the Giants so far. That's not not good enough. You hope that they can do better in the next two series when they face them. One thing the Padres have done really well, though, this year, didn't see a lot of people pointing it out. They are now 5-0 in true road series. They have not lost one. The only one they split was Mexico City, which was technically a road series, although there were more Padres fans than Diamondbacks fans down there. But their 5 actual road series, they've won all 5 of them. They've had much more trouble at home, where they've lost 4 series at Petco Park already this season. But your San Diego Padres 2026 version, pretty good road warriors far this season.
I like that a lot, man. That's important. These games, again, against these teams, we talked about it Monday, or whenever I use the chip. Monday? Tuesday. Smelling that blood in the water, going out and attacking. You got into the bullpen. Inexplicable move from Vitello. Inexplicable. Hauser was cruising, and then Chapman boots a 6-hopper, and you got to pull him for that? I don't think so, man. I really don't. 72, 73 pitches. I mean, he was cruising. So, hey, man, when you see the other team make a mistake like that, can you take advantage? That's what I was begging them to do, and they did it, and I'm very happy about it.
First hour in the books, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. We'll come back. Maybe get to an early MLB Reacharound, because we got to cram everything in a short 3-hour show leading up to our Epic Wings, Epic Padres Roundtable. It's Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Well, get ready to search for your San Diego Padres this weekend because it's not going to be the normal spots for TV viewing.
Fill me in, dude. Fill me in.
Okay, so here's what we've got.
Hold on. I need Paulie to work up a Boomer Bulletin, please. Do you have the theme song, Paulie, for the Boomer Bulletin? No, what's the other one? It was like
that
something
says
else.
Boomer Bulletin.
Oh, it does? Okay, yeah. All right. Help me out, guys.
Make it simple. No dawn and night for like 3 days.
Yeah, the Padres host the Cardinals in the first of 4.
Okay.
It's 7 o'clock on ESPN.
Tonight is on ESPN.
Yeah. Tomorrow is 6:45 on Apple TV.
Okay, tomorrow.
And then Saturday is 4:15 p.m. on Fox. And then Sunday, back to normal, 1:10 start on Padres.tv.
Okay.
So 4-game series, 4 different television outlets for the 4 games. I don't remember ever seeing that before, at least for the San Diego Padres. Maybe the Yankees do it sometimes, but that seems rare to me for the Padres in a 4-game series.
It's not just 4 different networks and apps and channels or whatever. It's also 4 different start times. Like I'm used to Padres are at home, 6:40.
Yeah.
Not 7:15.
Tomorrow is tonight is 7:15.
Tonight
7
is
o'clock.
7 o'clock. And then tomorrow is it 6:45?
6:45.
That might as well be 8 o'clock first pitch. Are you kidding me? I need 6:40, not 6:45.
I know. Feel the same.
Those 5 minutes really kill Paulie.
I'll be at the game tomorrow night, and
Also
I'm going to be miserable now.
7 tonight? Cool, man.
Yeah. What?
Against the Cardinals, all right? On ESPN. Got that. Okay. And then Fox is what time?
4:15.
4:15 on Saturday.
And so we'll get, I don't know who's on the ESPN broadcast.
I don't know who's doing that particular game.
I have no idea.
Who's on the Apple
it's
TV
a doubleheader
broadcast?
probably.
I also don't know who's doing that particular game. I think it's Heidi Watney is part of that one.
Who
and
does Fox?
Wayne.
Like Joe Davis?
He's one of them. They have a couple of different crews. AJ Pierzynski, maybe. Who else has done Fox?
Hardcore Raid says 7-10 games used to be the norm. How new are you? Yeah, we know that. We know that. We
I'll go even
know that.
further back.
6:40 is
Rates. When I
better.
was a kid, 8 o'clock starts on the West Coast.
I'm just saying.
When I was a kid,
6:40 is better. It's better. Definitely more convenient than a 7:10 or a 8. What time, Ben? 8:40? 8 p.m.
Yeah, 8. It's 8 p.m. was definitely a start time when I was a young kid. Not every night, but they had
Nightmare
after
fuel.
8 o'clock starts.
Nightmare fuel.
Yeah, I think if you want to be a fan and family friendly sport, you probably need to start before 7 o'clock nowadays. 7 o'clock is the absolute latest you should go.
Wish every game started at 11 a.m. would be the greatest thing that ever happened to me.
Yesterday was nice.
It was so nice.
Padres, get done before I even got headed to the airport yesterday.
Yep.
Get your whole day in. So Padres back home, just a 4-game series against the Cardinals, who, by the way, these are the number 1 and number 2 teams right now in the National League wildcard standings. Cardinals are off to a really good start this season. They lost yesterday. We can get to that when we go around all of baseball. Let's do our MLB Reacharound. They're doing the Reacharound. They're doing the Reacharound. Everybody's doing the Reacharound.
Love it.
All right, let's check it out. Yesterday's action, starting in the NL West, and we'll begin, Woods, with the LA Dodgers, who got their win over the Astros, got their series victory. Andy Pages hit not 1, not 2, but 3 home runs and drove in 6, but they did lose Tyler Glasnow, who left the game after just 1 inning with low back pain.
Did they, Ben? Did they lose Tyler Glasnow? Did they?
Yes, he's hurt.
He's hurt. I literally feel like Friedman texted him before the game and just wrote the number 2. Second. Just go down in the second.
Go down in the second.
Down in
the second inning?
Yep.
Yeah.
Go down in the second.
Is that what they're doing now? It's next level injuries. Like, hey, they're going to start getting suspicious. We need these to happen during the game, not just between your starts.
Not between starts.
Because people don't believe us anymore.
I mean, he threw a warm-up pitch and then was like, nope, that's it for me. I mean, it's very convenient. Like Snell is on his way back. This is the standard operating procedure up in LA. So he'll get himself a nice vacation and then be ready for the postseason push.
Had a rare pitchers duel in the desert last night. Paul Skeens shutting down the Arizona Diamondbacks. 8 shutout innings, 7 strikeouts, and a Brandon Lau home run in the first inning was the only run as the Pittsburgh Pirates beat the Arizona Diamondbacks 1-0 last night. The Mets doubled up the Rockies 10-5. Juan Soto and Marcus Semien went deep. I thought what was interesting about that game, remember they had the big snowstorm. Did you see the video the Rockies put out of the field absolutely covered in like 8 inches of snow at 12:30 in the afternoon? And then 4 hours later, it looked absolutely perfect, like there had never been snow in the Rocky Mountains in history. It was pretty impressive by the grounds crew out there.
Grounds crews are such unsung heroes, man. They really are. They are like, those fields are just perfect. And that probably was they look at that as like, man, what an opportunity for us to show our mettle. And boy, they did. It looked beautiful.
They had this, I don't know if it was a snow plow, because
I saw that
pushing the snow. It was like, but it was like picking it up and it's like removing it like a big vacuum cleaner for snow on the field. It was great.
Continue.
Let's see. The Milwaukee Brewers beat the St. Louis Cardinals 6-2. Andrew Vaughn hit a 3-run home run in the first inning for Milwaukee. So cooling off the Cardinals slightly as they head to San Diego to play at Petco Park. How about the Chicago Cubs, guys?
It's
third straight walk-off win. This was the wildest game, one of the wildest of the season between the Cubs and the Reds. So the Reds and Cubs were tied 4-4 going into the ninth inning. In the top of the ninth inning, Ellie De La Cruz hit a 2-run sacrifice fly. So they scored not only the runner from third, but the runner from second to take a 2-run lead. And it looked like the Cubs were finally going to lose a home game until PCA hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the ninth inning to force extra innings. And then they won it on a walk-off walk by Michael Busch in the bottom of the 10th. And the Cubs have now won 14 straight at Wrigley Field. 14 in a row.
Wow. That is, it's pretty outstanding, man. I hope they're peaking too early, because we'll see them when we go out to Chicago in late June. But they look pretty incredible right now, and they got guys banged up too, man. They got guys banged up, and they're still doing it.
Speaking of teams that look pretty incredible, the Tampa Bay Rays won again. They shut out the Blue Jays again 3-0. It's their 13th straight game allowing 3 runs or fewer. And it's been 2 or fewer in 11 of them. They've only allowed 3 in 2 of those. Their pitching staff has been insanely good right now for the Tampa Bay Rays, who always seem to find pitching. I mean, now I think Ruben Niebla is the best in the business, but overall as an organization, Tampa Bay Rays are the envy of baseball, and how they just continue to find pitchers, because they won't pay for them. They'll just develop them and then trade them off and find new ones and just keep slotting them in.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we're up there too, man. Padres are up there too. I don't know if you guys saw the news. Chris Paddock got DFA'd, and in his stead, they called up one Robbie Snelling to make his major league debut. Apparently, he has been tearing it up. He was, I believe, part of the Luis Arraez deal. Been a couple of seasons, but he's ready to make his debut on Friday, and apparently is just he's the next big thing. So rotation, I get it, but you're going for a World Series. Snelling was deemed expendable at that time, and he'll make his debut for the Marlins.
Speaking of former Padres, C.J. Abrams hit a grand slam, drove in 5 as the Washington Nationals beat the Minnesota Twins 15-2. Sonny Gray returned to the mound and combined with 3 relievers on a 4-hit shutout for the Boston Red Sox, who beat the Reeling Tigers 4-0. Pete Alonso hit a 3-run home run, his 7th of the season. Orioles over the Marlins 7-4. The Phillies rallied from behind against the A's using a 4-run 8th inning to win for the 8th time in 9 games under Don Mattingly. 6-3 the final. The Mariners, it finally happened, guys. The Braves have lost a series. Took the Mariners and Brian Wu shutting down Atlanta yesterday to take 2 out of 3 with a 3-1 win over the Braves. Angels beat the White Sox 8-2. Travis d'Arnaud, he was the one that was he on the Padres, or was it Chase? I can never remember. It was Chase. He had a 3-run home run. No word on if he opened any cards, Pokemon or baseball, before the game, but he had a 3-run home run for the Angels. And the Guardians snapped the Royals' 5-game winning streak with a 3-1 win. There's your MLB reach around for a Thursday.
Very good reach around today for remote reach around all the way from Eugene, Oregon.
Yeah. Did you see this story from Sportico about Joe Lacob?
I did.
And his comments on the Padres ownership sale process, which he was involved in, one of the finalists. It was reported all the way through that he was interested, and he confirmed that at I don't know what he was at, some sort of event, and they asked him about Padres ownership, and he seemed to at least imply that he felt like Jose Feliciano and Kwanzaa Jones overpaid for the Padres at $3.9 billion, that he thought he was the second highest bidder. He didn't say the exact number. And then the other two bidders came in behind him. But he also said that he based his bid on his belief that there would not be a 2027 baseball season due to the contract negotiations between owners and the players union, the CBA, and the potential lockout, which is, I mean, you can hit the panic button and say, well, this guy is privy to probably a lot of inside information if he's a bidder for a team. You can also say, sour grapes, didn't get it, doesn't want to look like, hey, he's the cheap skate who wouldn't pay enough for the San Diego Padres. So I think you can look at this a number of ways.
Yeah, I didn't look at it originally and go, he's got some inside info. Now, it very well could be the case. It would be the dumbest thing that baseball could do. But baseball's done dumb things for many, many years. So I don't think anything should be shocking to anyone listening right now. I didn't get the sense that it was I can't believe these guys spent that knowing the season's going to get locked out next year. Yeah, he didn't allude to it. He basically said, he goes,
Right.
he said, some people have said it's an overpay. It was a lot more than us, and I think we were second. But I think in the long run, it will be a good investment because I do believe in baseball. And he's been trying to get a baseball team for a while now. And I do wonder, if you're an Angels fan, that's probably a guy you'd be interested in. You'd take anybody over Artie Moreno right now. And Joe Lacob seems to really want to be in the baseball business. So didn't get it, didn't make a high enough bid. And Jose Feliciano and Kwanzaa Jones did. $3.9 billion, a record. So, hey, man, we'll see how it happens.
Yeah. And, we'll see if that eventually turns out to be a good investment. My assumption is that it will still go up in value. They may have to be patient about it. I mean, if they tried to flip it in 3 years right after a potential lockout, yeah, they could take a huge bath. But generally, these investments aren't, short-term penny stocks. You buy a team, intend to keep it for a while at least. I mean, the Seidlers and Ron Fowler bought the Padres in 2012. 14 years later, they sold it for a handsome profit. My guess is by the year 2040, if Jose Feliciano and Kwanzaa Jones wanted to sell the team, they're not going to lose a ton of money buying the San Diego Padres.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you hope not. You hope not.
All right, let's take a timeout because we got Sammy Levitt at the bottom of the hour. So we'll get to Don't Do This coming up next. What is up with the Giants social media team? Ooh. I heard people who liked what they did. They said, why don't we see more of this around Major League Baseball? But if you don't know what we're talking about, we'll explain. Coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
But first, Ben is in Oregon. I am here. Every time I travel, I do miss my Eco Water. I'm not kidding. I miss my cats and I miss my Eco Water because it's never the same. Anywhere I go, we've got the Eco Water SoCal system in our home. And listen, top nutrition experts agree. The best thing you can do for your body the moment you wake up, indulge in a tall, chilled glass of liquid clarity. You want the alkaline water. It balances your pH, fuels your body with filtered luxury every single time. It is mineral rich. And, conversely, what is going on in your pipes and in your home right now is not great. California water can be very, very hard. And they've been keeping it soft at Eco Water SoCal since 1925.
Still got them jugs, don't you?
Still got them, Paulie. I still got them. Still fill them up every single day with Eco Water SoCal. Call 760-350-3338. Again, their phone number, 760-350-3338, or go to ecowatersocal.com. They got financing up to 84 months. Guys, this is a no-brainer. Get the EcoWater system in your home or office. We're lucky we've got them both. Make sure to tell them Woodsy sent you because not everything in life should be hard, especially your water. Keeping it soft since 1925. It's EcoWater SoCal.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
.97.3 The Fan.
Hello?
Benny is not.
Hello?
Benny's like muted. Or something. There we go.
Don't do this.
There
Sorry,
we
guys.
go.
I turned off the microphone.
That's okay.
Don't do this. Brought to you by Dixieline Lumber and Home Centers. We actually passed the one by the sports arena yesterday. On the way, my son said, "Oh, look, Dixieline Lumber and Home Centers. What do you say? You say helping San Diego's homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and
enjoy it."
Yeah, he knew the whole tagline and everything. I was very impressed. He's been listening. Let's get to it. A couple of stories that make you shake your head in the world of sports. Woods?
I will get us started. What is happening with the Detroit Tigers organization right now? It's the big league level is kind of a mess with the Framber Valdez situation, but it gets even deeper than that. Manager Gabe Alvarez, he's the manager of their AAA team. He was fired on Tuesday after sending inappropriate text messages to a female colleague. His quote was, "I sent a single text message to a colleague that I intended as a lighthearted joke. Shortly after sending it, I recognized that the message was inappropriate, did not reflect the values and judgment I strive to uphold. I immediately reached out to clarify my intent. I never intended to cause discomfort or offense. Regret the message created this situation. This is an isolated incident." Blah, 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 blah. They fired him, Ben, based on a violation of club policy. And this is not the first instance going on in Detroit. I don't know what's happening up there, but over the last year, multiple reports from The Athletic outlined inappropriate behavior from men towards women in the organization. Sam Menzin was an assistant GM. He resigned. He had sent lewd photos to multiple female Tigers employees. 8 men employed by Mike Ilitch Sports and Entertainment were accused of misconduct towards women. So it's been the HR department. They're working overtime in the Detroit Tigers through the entire ranks.
My first takeaway is there any lighthearted joke that can be so misconstrued that you would get fired for it or lose your job?
I'm really skeptical about that,
so.
Paulie. And what's disturbing is, I mean, obviously the action itself of sending a lewd text or a sexual harassment text is disturbing. But that happens sadly in society. We have not gotten that that completely out of the workplace yet. What bothers me, though, is that somehow he has managed, this AAA manager, to try to make himself sound like the victim, where I did like nothing. I immediately realized, oh, that was probably a little tiny bit inappropriate, and I apologized profusely, and I still got fired for it.
Yeah.
Oh, you should feel sorry for me. I mean, come on. He's trying to turn this around and make himself look like he's the one who's been wronged in this situation.
Oh, you, buddy.
Okay. Let's go to the San Francisco Giants media relations or public social media department. And I didn't see this. So you said this was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
They put together the video, kind of the teaser video for the Padres Giants series. And it had the logos of the two teams and then a little video of the players, catch all the action, Oracle Park. We see these all the time, but then someone caught it. I mean, it was subtle. It was barely there, but inside the SF logo, inside the orange interlocking SF logo, there was an NSFW message directed at the San Diego Padres. You have to pause it, look really close. I don't know how anyone caught it, but it was definitely there.
Oh, it was there.
It says bleep the Padres.
F.
Just right there, like in a team post.
Yeah, F the Padres is what it said.
Yeah. It's there.
It's
now,
crazy.
I thought immediately, this is a don't do this. You're a professional, multi-billion-dollar baseball organization, and your employees should know better than to do something like that. If I'm the Padres, I don't care. I mean, whatever. It's not a huge deal, but if you're running a business, you're not happy with your social media department by even letting this slip in, even if it's like an Easter egg and you didn't think anyone was going to catch it.
So why do it?
Not the way you want to be running your business.
I mean, listen, we can go round and round about this, the Brian Kershaw meme and all that. It's up to you how you want to react to it, right? And I saw it and I went, well, that was dumb, but it doesn't make me.
I know I'm defending the Padres, so it's going to sound biased. That's a troll. There's trolling, and then just saying "f you" isn't really
different.
trolling.
No, it's not trolling,
and it's kind of wild.
It's not clever
from a team
be
official
clever,
account.
Yeah, be clever.
Yeah.
Be clever.
Yeah. I like the trash talking and being clever, and some clever trolling is always fun.
Yeah,
but to see it, an actual team sponsored or team posted thing,
pretty
that just
crazy.
Says, F the Padres was kind of wild.
It's pretty crazy I saw it from a Giants fan. They're the ones that caught it, and saw it yesterday, and I went, "What? Nope, that's exactly what it says right up there. F the Padres in the lettering." There it is in all its glory. Yeah, you got to look really closely to see it. But I have not heard any word from the Giants yet either about, hey, we apologize for this. Yeah. We took it down. I mean, it was up for a while. Isn't it? Is it still up? On their Facebook, it was up yesterday. Nuts. All right, this is a little combo, if you will.
DD Mega Doo-Doo.
So Matthew Boyd, pitcher for the Chicago Cubs, he's going to miss the foreseeable future due to another freak injury for a pitcher. Ben, he tore his meniscus. He's 35 years old. Tore his meniscus. Going to need meniscus surgery. Now, I guess the doo-doo this is that he did it by sitting down to play with his kids. And I don't know the details of that. What does that look like? I will say playing with your kids can be hazardous to your health. There's no question.
Absolutely.
I've rolled ankles. I have knees have given out before. Not torn a meniscus, knock on wood yet. Don't know what he was doing. And again, I think the nature of it, we're so inclined to not believe these guys. We really are. We're like, what were you really doing? Were you water skiing on your day off? But if it really happened, it's a sweet thing. Sat down, play with his kids, and now he's on the IL. And they had a list, you guys, I'll just rip through them real quick. Here's a limited sampling of bizarre accidents to baseball players over the last decade and a half, so 15 years. Slicing a thumb on a knife, washing the dishes, breaking an elbow after getting startled by a bull, hurting a finger while putting on pants, breaking a nose because a barbell fell on it, breaking a finger while playing a video game, cutting a thumb after holding a wine glass too strongly, fracturing an ankle after falling off a horse, breaking a rib during a massage. The hell kind of massage was that? Fracturing a hand while taking a shirt off, cutting a pinky while repairing a drone. We all remember that one. spraining a shoulder in a dirt bike accident. Yeah, that one sounds very familiar as well. Cutting a hand with a knife while trying to separate frozen hamburger patties. Breaking a hand when a suitcase fell on it. Cutting a thumb while slicing a sandwich into, quote, fancy triangles. Dislocating a shoulder while celebrating a World Series home run. Infection from a leg tattoo. Dropping a piano bench on a big toe. And straining hand, trying to hold a case of water at Target. So, Matthew Boyd, you can add him to the list. Yeah, they forgot dropping a kettlebell on your foot. Joe did that. That's
my
your
favorite
feet.
was when I did the Padres pre and post game show back in the early 2000s. Had a pitcher named Adam Eaton. There was later an outfielder named Adam Eaton, but he was the pitcher, and he put himself on the injured list by trying to open a DVD box.
Oh, dude,
couldn't get it open. He couldn't get it open. It was one of those ones that was like sealed. So he tried to get a knife and ended up stabbing himself in the stomach.
Yeah.
Trying to get a DVD case open.
Anybody that's ever opened a DVD box, you absolutely are like, yeah, I get it. My favorite was probably Glenn Allen Hill. He had a nightmare about spiders. It caused him to sleepwalk. He crashed through a glass table in his hotel room with cuts and bruises to his feet, knees, and elbows. The incident earned him the nickname Spider-Man.
And that was maybe the wildest real one, but the fake one of all time. What did Jeff Kent really do? He said he fell off. He was washing
his truck.
Yeah, fell off of it, and that's how he got hurt. But that's not how he got hurt.
I don't remember how he got hurt.
It was something he shouldn't have been doing, whatever it was, whether it was motorcycles
it might have been
something
motorcycles.
like that. Yeah. But he said, I was washing my truck and I fell off. And that was a lie.
Yeah, the reports suggested he was actually riding a motorcycle, not washing his truck.
He's like, no, you don't understand. I'm up on the hood and I'm polishing and I'm washing and I slip right off and broke my rib or whatever. Yeah, I remember that bit.
Let's see. The later reports, including from and of the San Francisco Giants, suggested he lied, citing witness reports that he was actually performing wheelies on a motorcycle, which would have violated his contract.
It's incredible. It's incredible. All right, that is
don't
and do this for a Thursday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Can I throw in just the update from yesterday's DDT? Framber Valdez initially got a 6-game suspension, already had it reduced to 5. He's begun serving it for throwing at Trevor Story after giving up the back-to-back home runs. I feel like it's a little unfair that AJ Hinch got a one-game suspension as well. He was clearly not involved and totally opposed to it. He came out pretty strongly as a manager can condemn his own player after a game. If I'm AJ Hinch, I'm like ticked. Like I'm serving a suspension for this idiot. Like I could do anything about it.
Somebody's got to take it, and it's always the manager.
So. Yeah. Comes with the territory.
No, he actually sat out yesterday's game, I believe, and then Framber will get pushed back like a day after he serves his 5-game suspension, and then he'll be back for the Tigers after the 5 games are over. All right, we'll take a timeout. When we come back, in season Sammy, even though he's taking the evening off, he will join us coming up next year to talk some Padres baseball on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing
that's safe.
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
I did something I've almost never done in my life before last night here in my hotel room in Eugene.
You never done that in a hotel?
I will tell you what it is in just a moment. We also have
place.
Sammy Levitt joining us. First, Woods. Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. You think it's something racy, and in this instance, you would be correct. So I'm only here for the quick one night. I got here, after 11 o'clock. I'm checking out as soon as the show is over and going to drive down to Bandon. So all my clothes and everything are packed. I didn't want to take the whole thing out of the car. So I just had a small backpack with my laptop for the show and my clothes for today.
Okay.
But I didn't bring my sleeping clothes or anything. So very rare for me. I slept au naturel last night in my hotel room.
My God. Oh,
but it's just me.
God,
there's no one else in the room. So
wait, under the covers though?
Yeah, I did. I had to get under the covers.
That's the weirdest thing to me is you're actually using the covers.
Can you explain again why you slept nude?
I didn't bring my bed clothes with me.
What
from the car?
Do you wear underwear? Do you wear underwear?
Well, I mean, I could have worn the underwear that I wore last night, but I didn't want to sleep in the new underwear I was going to put on today.
Why not?
So I just decided to just take it off and just went with nothing.
Which is odd to me because do you know what kind of things go on in hotel rooms? Like that of all places to decide, I think I'm just going to sleep nude tonight.
Oh, my God.
Ben.
Is it really that weird? I know no one can walk in. I've got that metal thing on the door. So, you pretty much latch. So you're good to go.
You just didn't bring your suitcase in.
I didn't. It's already packed up nicely in the car. I just thought, why bring it all up and lug it up to the third floor when I don't have to? So I just had the one backpack with a couple of clothes for today, and that's it.
You didn't shove. You forgot to shove an
toothpaste,
extra.
Toothpaste, toothbrush, and that was it.
Lube and stuff. Yeah,
very light.
I get it. I get it. I get it. That's fantastic. How'd you? All right, practical question. How did you like it?
It was not my favorite.
Yeah.
First of all, the air conditioner was blowing a little, as it always is in a hotel room, a little too much.
Freezing.
So I obviously had to get under the covers, which I rarely do. And it was like, it's kind of chilly here now. I wish I had my pajamas, and I didn't have my pajamas on. So,
well, there's a visual I won't stop thinking about for the rest of the day now. Thank you.
With my hair now, too.
Yeah, with your Carbone hair. I love it.
That way.
I love it.
All right, let's check traffic, and then when we come back, in-season Sammy gracing us with his presence despite him taking the day off later today, next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
San Diego, southbound on the 5, solid stop and go before Balboa Avenue. Right lanes are still blocked as crews sort out a crash involving a semi that flipped over.
Traffic brought to you by Albertsons, Vons, and Pavilions. Outdoor entertaining begins with great deals at Vons or Albertsons. Fire up the grill and enjoy savings on favorites like USDA Choice Ribeye Steak Bone-In. Value pack now just $8.77 a pound with membership where applicable. And Sweet By Color Corn is 5 for $1, limit 10 with digital coupon on Vons or Albertsons.com.
All right, joining us now on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bank Banking. It is better in season. Sammy Levitt. Sammy, our team, Road Warriors, they are undefeated in road series this season, 5-0-1 if you include the split against the Arizona Diamondbacks in Mexico City. They're playing their best baseball away from Petco Park.
Yeah, well, I think it falls in line with, I think, what's been sort of the best thing about this team through 36 games. And it sounds as cliche as ever, right? But it's that they're just finding ways to win. I mean, I thought the series in San Francisco was a good example of it, right? They fall behind on Tuesday. They explode offensively yesterday. You know, it's tied at 1 going to the 7th inning. They take advantage of an error and another misplay in right field and sort of a questionable pitching decision by Tony Vitello. And they just find a way. And despite, you know, as we've talked about over the course of the last few weeks, some of the things offensively going on underlying that you don't love. You wake up this morning on May 7th and they're 8 games above 500 and, a half game out of first place in the National League West. So, all those things can be true at once. They're finding ways. They played very well on the road. And, here on May 7th, they're certainly in a very good spot, which is a huge credit to them.
Sammy, do you ever sleep in the nude?
No, that's not my thing.
Not same.
No,
exactly.
Not my thing.
Yeah, you're not a giant pervert.
I'm top.
Creep.
I like having a top and a bottom. Now that top and bottom can change. I mean, sometimes I'll wear shorts. Sometimes I'll wear flannel. Sometimes, a t-shirt's pretty standard. I'll tell you what. Sometimes I even sleep in sweatshirts, which people think I'm a psycho for. But I'll sleep in a sweatshirt sometimes, especially in the winter months in San Diego. I don't put the heat on, so it gets a little chilly. But no, I always have something on.
All right, I just wanted to know. After the
it's
news.
not like I do it every day. This is
I know.
Rare,
Special
occurrence.
Well, you're taking this this pilgrimage really seriously. You're doing things you've never. He's going to come back.
But I feel like am I wrong? I feel like it's pretty common. I feel like it's
sleep
not
nude?
that weird I feel like it's very, very common.
I think there was a time in my life where maybe it was common. It's not now. The older I get, I sleep in underwear. That's it. Nothing else. I can't sleep in anything else. But yeah.
Somebody in the chat just goes, "Is this show on the radio?"
Yeah. It's really odd. Purple says, keep Oregon weird.
Well, my question always is when people sleep nude is, what do you do when you wake up? So you just pop out of the bed and you're
nude.
It does seem a little odd, especially on the wake up. It's a little weird.
But when you live with someone else, you don't want to subject them.
That's
to
true.
That.
That's true.
But here, with no one else in the room and no clothes to speak of that I had to bring with me, I made do with what I've got. That was. It's not like I went to one of those bikini baristas this morning that they have here in Oregon.
Oh,
either,
you could have,
which is a thing, by the way.
Yeah, you should. I mean, that's something I'm going to need you to do before you leave.
What are you doing at Dutch Brothers?
Yeah, he goes to Dutch Brothers. They have bikini baristas there. He's at Dutch Brothers this morning. Makes no sense to me. No, Sammy, I thought one of my favorite moments post-game yesterday was Craig Stammen essentially admitting, yep, Ty France completely bailed me out of a mistake, a rookie mistake. And, obviously, hopefully you want your manager to be dialed in. What I did like is the willingness to say, oh yeah, that was completely my fault. It was on me. I could see another manager from any other team being like, no, we mentioned, you know what I mean? Like, it's rare these guys take accountability for mistakes like that. And I guess I appreciate that pretty much, but he's very lucky for Ty bailing him out.
Yeah, he is. And look, I think Craig is, as I've said to you many times, I think he's very, very comfortable in his own skin. And quite frankly, I think he's done a really nice job so far on the media side of things. I think he's relatable. I think he's totally himself. And I think that's not the first time we've heard him put something on himself, or at least would he just be honest about,
yes.
there's some learning on the job. Like, there's just an honesty to him, which is kind of nice and refreshing. And, I feel like with a lot of managers, you don't feel like you're always getting that. But with Craig, I do feel like you're getting really what's on his mind and his honest answer. Now, to your point, Ty France and the way the Padres scored that inning and the fact that they won the game, you're correct. Totally bailed out, Craig and the Padres in general, whatever happened there, from that being the talking point of today. I mean, here's the bottom line. Ty France doesn't come through. They end up losing that game.
Oh, man.
I almost guarantee you guys are leading off with that this morning.
No doubt.
And rightfully so, because it's the major league level. And I'm sure Craig would say this. Yeah, that cannot happen for whatever reason where you get a strike on you automatically in that kind of spot. And look, I was saying it at the time, listening and watching the game. I'm like, oh, man, now you're going up there 0-1. How does that happen at the major league level? But as I said, and as we've talked about a lot, this team finds ways, and they found a way to overcome it. They took advantage of a ball that probably should have been caught in right field, and again, they found a way to win the game. And to me, that and I said it post game yesterday, that's what I liked about yesterday's game, and probably the final two games of this series in general. After what was kind of a really rough showing on Monday night, was the fact that it felt yesterday in particular like it was a good team against a bad team, and the bad team was opening the door. And good teams generally walk through that door when you give them an opportunity, and the Padres did that yesterday. So credit to them, and credit to Ty France for taking his manager off the hook, because I do think it would have been a different conversation and narrative had they lost that game and had that at bat gone differently.
It would have been, Sammy, but as I said earlier, it really shouldn't. It's just as bad, even though the results turned out okay. There's never a good argument for sending a guy up with a 0-1 count because you were disorganized. So, but again, mistakes happen, and I think the positive has far outweighed the negative with Craig Stammen. And I wanted to ask you, and Woods and Paul, you can comment on this. You can even take it to the roundtable if you want. How much is the last 2 days turnaround, do you think, attributed to the change in the starting lineup? Or is it just baseball? And it's just kind of a coincidence that he shook up the starting lineup and all of a sudden they score 15 runs the past two games.
Yeah, I don't know how much I attribute it to the change in the lineup. Now, I do think, Jackson at the top being a lot more productive is a little part of it. And yes, look, the fact that Song had the big hit on Tuesday night is part of it. So some of those changes and the new additions have certainly played a role. I don't know how much the lineup shakeup really played into it. I mean, Logan Webb again, the Padres won the game, so I don't want to take that away from them. But Logan Webb clearly wasn't at his best on Tuesday night. Yesterday, again, it just felt to me like that Giants team is not playing well. You can see it. I mean, they don't hit. The defense yesterday, the error by Chapman, I mean, they're just not playing like a good team. And the Padres took advantage. So, yeah, I don't want to make too big a deal out of two games. Certainly the shakeup in some of the new faces or new face in Song had a big impact on Tuesday night. But I'm probably not there yet that the lineup shakeup was the reason why, over just them having a nice offensive game and finding a way to win yesterday. But I will say this, I continue to be impressed and like just the way that Craig Stammen is so willing to mix it up. I mean, let's be honest, and this is not a knock on Mike Shildt. I mean, and I always say this when I bring up Mike. Mike won 90-plus games 2 years in a row and went to the postseason 2 years in a row. So it's not a good or bad thing. It's different. But Mike would have not done what Craig Stammen did on Tuesday. I'm very confident in saying that.
We know that.
Craig has continually shown the willingness when it's not going great to shake it up, and I do give him credit for that. It's a different approach.
Yeah, I feel the same, Benny. I attribute it to coincidence. A lot of it is coincidence, but also getting guys off their feet, guys getting a little bit of a reset, guys coming in and being able to contribute at the bottom of the order. Again, I think if you could guarantee a win by shaking up the lineup, you'd do it every single day if you were a big league manager. But I think the timing of it was right, and you're absolutely right. Mike Shildt would not have done that. We saw it. You could ask him about it. It wasn't. You never got really a good answer for it. Some people do like that. Hey, we're going to stay consistent until we figure it out. That has not worked here in San Diego. It just hasn't. So I like how this is going for now. I think it's been good, and guys are contributing. They're getting their number called, and they're going out and they're helping you win a ball game.
It's a fine balance,
like Casty did yesterday.
It's a very fine balance of not overreacting and getting too fidgety, but also being willing to tinker with things, see what works, see what doesn't, try things out. That's a fine line. I don't envy that position.
Yeah, I also want to add, I think you talk about that fine line, and maybe Craig saw it the way that you guys kind of saw it on Tuesday morning, right? Where coming off that game Monday night, it wasn't great. That was kind of an alarming game in the context of some of the offensive numbers, and it made Woodsy use a chip, and I thought rightfully so based on that game Monday night. But, for example, Ramon Laureano struggles in the leadoff spot. He's not racing to take Laureano out of the leadoff spot, right? Right. He has shown the willingness to keep a guy somewhere. However, when you have a performance like Monday night, and you could probably argue that was, kind of I don't know if you want to call lowest point of the season, but it was one of those games where I think you could argue it didn't look the best all year. His willingness the next day to really shake it up and move Tatis down and Merrill up and Manny up and all he did on Tuesday. Yeah. I mean, I do think, again, he's shown some moments where he's going to keep a guy somewhere and some moments where he will be unafraid to really mix it up.
Sammy, you're now a seasoned veteran as the Padres pre- and post-game show host. Still a young man, but a seasoned veteran. So I want to commend you on the veteran move. Don't know what your plans are tonight. I heard you're off. But picking a 7 o'clock start at home in which you wouldn't have gotten probably back to your house until after midnight.
Savvy.
Genius move on your part.
Savvy. That is savvy.
I wish I could say I was that savvy, but that was not part of the equation, admittedly. But it did work out that way, which I'm not complaining about. And, Braden will have to be the one to take the real late night post game. Although you get a quick game, the games are so quick nowadays that, that game could be wrapped up by 9:30 or so still, which isn't so bad in post game life. So everything will be all right. But yes, I did make that savvy move, but I wish I could tell you I had the foresight. It just worked out that way.
Sammy, have a great rest of your day. Appreciate you joining us as always.
All right, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Sam Levitt on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bank Banking. It's better. Also misses out on what will certainly be a bit of a, I'm sure, a large crowd tonight with Mason Miller bobblehead giveaway as well. So
yes.
All right, we are 2 hours in, 1 hour to go before our epic Padres round. Eno Sarris, we get some real or fake on a Throwback Thursday, so you don't want to miss our 8 o'clock hour. It is coming up next, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We Know How, Bennett Woods, on a Thursday morning on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right, we are 2/3 of the way done. We've got a round table coming up at 9 a.m. Welcome back, Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Somebody just said in the chat, Woodsy's hair looks like he's on a week-long bender. That's true. It's true. It does. It's all over the place. I showered and styled it and everything. It's just long. Need to get the old, give me the old Roger Maris again. Shave it down and let it grow.
I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow for the first time in like a month and a half, almost 2 months, because I've been growing my hair out
Yours
a little bit.
long, dude.
Dude, it's getting long, and I don't really want them to go very short. I like having
short
the
on
length.
the sides.
I got to clean it up the back and the sides, but it's like the longest my hair has ever been.
Benny got a very tight, fresh Frankie Carbone from Goodfellas cut. It's identical. It's just the greatest thing I've ever seen. I mean, look at the picture. It's identical. Take your glasses off real quick. Look at that. I mean, it is like side by side. It is just perfect. I told you, no fancy cars, no fur coats. Okay, I told you.
I can't get my eyebrows up as high as he does. I'm trying. He got
So
his eyebrows way up there.
He does. They look like painted on, man. But anyway, welcome in. Nice. Everyone's in a good, loose mood, right? Padres win. Won the series against the Giants. Again, knowing the Giants are a very bad team. They're a bad, bad baseball team. They are not playing good baseball, but that's what you have to do. You have to beat those bad teams, and the Padres took 2 out of 3, which makes me very happy, and we will talk about it and then some on the Epic Wings Epic Roundtable coming up at 9 a.m. this morning. Ben, you are not going to be on the roundtable. You are picking up your buddy, and then you're heading up to Bandon Dunes to play golf. Today you will actually be teeing it up at Bandon Dunes.
I will. I will be at Bandon Trails, our afternoon round, as soon as we arrive. Then it is just a palooza the next few days. There's really is nothing else to do there. You golf, you have a meal, you get back out on the golf course, you sleep, you get back out on the golf course, you eat, you sleep, you golf, you golf, you golf. I am in seventh heaven. That's exactly that's the perfect Ben vacation for me. I am, as you can see, about as excited as I have been in many years.
He can't even talk. He's like,
I'm so excited.
He slept nude. He's just so fired up right now.
Do me a favor. I'm going to miss tomorrow's show. I'm going to miss Monday's show traveling back to San Diego. Don't do anything that gets us fired, because I was worried. I saw the tweet you sent yesterday, and I'm worried that you're going to get Odyssey management upset with us, because I saw your tweet directed at our new brethren, 97.1 The Fan,
not my
in Los
brethren.
Angeles, which is going to debut on Monday morning. They announced their new lineup. Tell everybody what you said. I wasn't sure how our bosses were going to react to this.
I just tweeted yesterday. I saw the announcement, the lineup announcement come up, and I just said, let me be the first to welcome little brother to the team. And that's exactly what they are. They're little brother right now. We are big brother. They are little brother. One of the hosts, Cody Decker, former Padre, tweeted, after that. But I mean, look, there's no denying it, right? We're established. They're brand new.
They're an expansion team.
They are an expansion team. That's right. And I saw the lineup. Now, what were your thoughts on the lineup that you saw?
I didn't know some of the hosts. The morning show, which is Cody and former Lakers coach and Laker Derek Fisher, is certainly an interesting combination. It's a basketball and a baseball guy together in a market that has 2 NFL teams and 2 college football teams, and it's an interesting lineup, to be sure.
Okay. Yeah, it is odd. It was I'm going to reserve judgment. I'm not going to say much. So
now they've got a Dodger guy in the afternoon. I mean, it's Los Angeles. I'm not shocked. That's not a bad move if you're in Los Angeles. Honestly, we do more Dodgers talk here in San Diego than they do up in LA. So,
has he done like podcast work? Like I've never heard Derek Fisher do radio or anything. Like I
haven't either. No,
it's a big task to just take on mornings in LA radio.
It's a huge task, right? Like just
jump in.
Yeah. Anyway.
Good name though. I mean, certainly. I mean, that's the premium name that they've gotten for that station.
Derek Fisher.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
That's really
again,
all I have to say.
little brother, welcome. And if you need any advice on how to dominate your market, just hit up Big Brother. Maybe we'll
How
help.
many of the hosts
Maybe
have
we'll help
already
you.
reached out to you?
None.
To pick your brain on what's been successful and how to make it work here in Southern California and sports talk radio.
No, they're going to think they're going to come right into the market and dominate. That's the LA way. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. They got some competition up there, but listen, I'm for those, I do love this industry. And I love it with my whole heart, and I'm always happy to see it grow. And so that will be my official position on it.
We're rooting for you guys.
Settle down. I don't see a lot of cross, like, hey, we're going to have D-Mac on and Ben and Woods and talk some Padres Dodgers smack. Pass. I've gone around with D-Mac for about 8 years, so I'm going to pass on.
I'll just go ahead and say, instead of we probably won't have much of that, I'll just say we won't have any of that.
Yeah, we're good. We got fine. We have plenty of people we can talk to if we need to, but it is wild, man. It is wild. So they're all locked in. I think they start tomorrow, yeah?
Monday.
I thought it was Monday.
Oh, is it Monday? Okay, Monday.
I think is their first official day.
Now you're out this week. You'll be out Monday. So Paulie and I will 1,000% click over in the middle of our show and want to see how it sounds. Because listen, man, the first day, our first day as a show was absolutely putrid. I can promise you that. It's going to happen. It's going to be a rough go.
The first day, I assume, will be a lot of Lakers talk because they'll be down 3-0.
Yes.
Likely in their series against Oklahoma City, the way things are going, and their season's going to be on the verge of total and utter annihilation. So that'll be what Derek Fisher gets to talk about on his first morning as an LA sports talk radio host.
Yeah. Dub says, what if Odyssey forces you to mix it up? I don't think they will. I've already made my...
It's never happened before.
It's never happened before. I mean, you have to have this guest on.
We did things like back in the day when Jim Rome was part of the network and on our station.
But
like
we just
once in a while,
we just wanted to talk to Jim Rome.
Yeah, it'd be like, hey, do you guys want to cross promote?
Yeah.
But it was Jim Rome and a little bit different. We don't really. We have radio friends in other markets. Like we go to Philly, Padres and Phillies are playing. We call our buddy John Marks, but we don't really do that typically with a ton of.
Remember when we had Stephen A. on?
Yeah, we had Stephen A. Smith
for a while,
on,
and we had him on that time. That was interesting for sure.
Yeah, Katie Wu, as Angela brings up, she's the only Dodger-related guest that we'll tolerate here on the show. She gets the lifetime exemption here on Ben and Woods.
Yeah,
always, no matter what, no matter where. She always gets a lifetime exemption.
The Dodgers are just a stepping stone for her, though.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I don't think they're not her career ambition. She's trying
to get to
bigger
the Padres,
and better things to do for sure. This is just one step on the ladder to Katie Wu's greatness.
I wonder if their microphones work in their studio, if they will sit up.
Tell Derek Fisher, hey, just don't fiddle with it as much. And then if you just leave it there, it will work.
Which is funny. These microphones.
I don't get it. Why is this microphone so
Listen, this is how I operate too, and I hate this about myself. I'm trying to be better about this, but I saw yesterday all the hosts posing with their new 97.1 The Fan hats. And I went, well, we didn't get any hats. I didn't get a hat to wear. I did get a horrible brown polo. I got that. I got a very cardboardy 97.3 The Fan sweatshirt or t-shirt. Yeah, but they got new. It's this is the thing, Ben. You were right. The right to be worried, man. L.A. getting all the goods from Odyssey, and here we are down here just making it work. But we'll see.
The problem is, one of our bosses is going to hear you say you didn't get a hat, and they're going to have hats made up, and then
I won't wear them.
You're going to have to wear the hat.
It's more of the idea of
we're not going to look good in the hats. You know that. None of us are going to look good in our 97.3 The Fan hats.
I know one of us won't for sure.
Then they're going to be mad because, well, you said you wanted a hat. We got you a hat. Now you never wear the hat.
Yeah.
You know where this is leading.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I'll be the first one to officially cast a stone from 97.3 to 97.1, this rivalry we now have.
Okay.
Because when I went to their profile, now this was actually the old station, KNX News, became 97.1 or something like that. But anyways, it's an audiogram, and it says, Derek Fisher says, LA is definitely a sports town. Was that ever a question? Is that a rap against LA?
Are they? They have like 1,000 sports. So
they win a championship in one of the major sports
every year.
Like every year.
Yeah.
I guess that's a spicy take.
LA's a glamour. LA's a Hollywood town.
No,
LA
it's not a respected sports town, but it is a sports town.
I think LA is too many things to be just one thing.
That's
LA is
true.
like everything. Like a part of LA is a sports town.
Well, like we say, New York's a sports town, but New York is just as much a part of as much as it's everything.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy,
Look who's here.
Adam's here.
In trouble? Oh, okay.
No,
we're promoting our LA
Promoting
station.
Little brother. Little brother. Why did they get hats and we didn't get any hats? Is this? No, I don't want a hat. I just want the idea of a hat. I want to be offered a hat.
Would you like a hat?
No.
There, you've been offered a hat.
How much of our budget are they going to get? Most, if not all. Little brother.
All of the hat budget.
They had all the hat budget already. God. All right. Well, good luck, I guess. Here we go. Ben was right.
Oh. All right. You want to play a little real or fake when we come back?
More than anything.
I have a Thursday game.
I have an educated guess, and you can confirm or deny. I'd say the chances of today's real or fake being golf related are 89%.
You'd be 89% of the right at the time, 100% of the time. Yeah. We will play a little real or fake, try to qualify a tier 1 for Las Vegas coming up in our next segment. If you'd like to be our contestant, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. Play our game. Eno Sarris is going to join us for a little smart baseball at the bottom of the hour as well. Stick around. More Ben and Woods coming up on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
First late game tonight, 7 o'clock start, which means there's plenty of time to pregame and head down to 7 Mile Casino. You go down after work, play cards for a couple of hours, maybe have a cocktail, a bite to eat off their 24/7 players menu, and still get down to the game, Petco Park, in plenty of time because, of course, as you know, Wood, 7 Mile Casino is just 7 minutes from downtown. It works both ways, downtown to 7 Mile and also 7 Mile back to downtown if you're heading that direction.
No, it's a really great point. And with these weird start times this week, I mean, the game that starts late. Good news is there's a place to go that's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is 7 Mile Casino. You can get a great meal and play some California-style blackjack, some Texas Hold'em, some Pie Gower, some Baccarat, knowing, hey, man, game just ended. It's a little late, but 7 Mile Casino is just 7 minutes away, and it's open.
Pretty nice views, and most people don't talk about the views in a card room because they're generally dark rooms in the back of a casino that you have to walk all the way through. At 7 Mile, big, light, airy windows, a great patio. It looks out towards San Diego Bay and Coronado. Really gorgeous. I mean, you're going to be impressed. I certainly was the first time I walked in. Just hop off the 5 in Chula Vista at E. You're already on Bay Boulevard. It's the frontage road along the freeway. You're pulling in within a quarter of a mile and playing cards within a couple of minutes. Check it out today. It's 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
This hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans since 2006. Baseball is back, so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now, mention radio for a free month of pool service. Real or Fake coming up, and then Eno Sarris is going to join us from The Athletic at the bottom of the hour. Someone in our chat, Wood, said, ask Eno if Fernando Tatis Jr. is going to hit a home run today.
I can't.
I'm not going to. He doesn't know.
Either.
None of us know.
No.
But today would be a very appropriate day for Fernando Tatis Jr. to break his home run drought. Do you know why?
No.
It was 10 years ago today, May 7th, 2016, that Bartolo Colon homered off James Shields, forever changing the history of baseball in San Diego.
I was there. I was there.
That's crazy.
I have a picture of Bartolo Colon. I was in the press box, took a picture of him standing in the box the pitch before he went yard.
It's incredible.
Because it was just him standing with a bat. Was that alone was a sight to see.
It was a good picture, yeah.
And then, I'll never forget it.
Wild.
And if you don't remember why it was so monumental, well, everyone went crazy for the fact that big old Bartolo, actually hit a home run, but it also was the beginning of the end for James Shields. So ticked off then Chairman Ron Fowler that he went on the radio and basically trashed Shields and forced A.J. Preller to shop him immediately.
Like by name. Called him out by name.
Called him out by name.
Genius.
A.J. Preller then shopped him, took on a lot of his salary in order to get a young prospect who had yet to even make his minor league debut at the time, international signing, 16-year-old by the name of Fernando Tatis Jr. from the Chicago White Sox. And the rest, as they say, is history. So if there was an appropriate day for Fernando to break out of his home run slump, today would be the day. 10 years to the day from Bartolo's home run at Petco Park.
Yeah, I'm just resigning myself to the fact that it may never happen at this point. Based on some of the swings that I've seen, I'm just like, that's fine. It's fine.
Fair enough.
If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
But until we have Eno joining us, let's get to today's game, a Throwback Thursday edition of Real or Fake.
some are here for the compelling sports talk with Ben and Woods. You can go plow through another donut. It's time for Real or Fake on 97.3 The Fan. Tell the people what they'll win today.
We are playing for the $500 gift card at the Westgate Las Vegas, where you can create your own vacation with their breakaway from fees package, including a $75 daily dining credit, 2 day spa passes, cabaret tickets, complimentary valet parking, and no resort fees. Special rates starting at $89 a night. Book now at westgatelasvegas.com. And before we bring on Charles, our contestant, I'm kind of mad because, Woods, you know me so well. You were right. It's going to be a golf topic today.
Yeah.
You also said something yesterday about how I remind you of the character on the show Crashing.
Yeah.
You downloaded the episode. I watched the first episode.
Yes.
You were right. Yeah. It's very me. Like uncomfortably so. It's me.
I knew it, dude. I knew it.
You were right.
I know.
I didn't necessarily like what I saw.
I
but
get it.
It was definitely me.
I get it. I forgot to follow up with you on that. I'm glad you watched. It's good, though, right? It's a good show.
Yep. It was a very good first episode with Artie Lang. And it was very entertaining.
Yeah.
So I will definitely be following up and watching the rest of that first season.
Very
All right, let's
good,
bring
Peter.
Charles on to play a little Real or Fake. Good morning, Charles. How are you?
Good. How you guys doing?
Great, man.
We're good. Let's get you qualified for the grand prize trip to Las Vegas. So, did you know, non-golfers, there are 7 different courses at Bandon Dunes. 7 courses, 7 choices in our game, except I've replaced some of the real courses with fake. So you need to tell me if I'm giving you the name of a real golf course at the resort I'm heading to, Bandon Dunes in Oregon, or if it's a fake I've thrown in to fool you. Charles, any golf experience for you?
Lots, actually.
Oh, I like that.
All right, then you should be good at this game. Woodsy can help you out even if you want.
can't,
Let's go to
actually,
round number 1. Real or fake? Kaiser Pines. Real or fake?
It's fake.
That is fake.
Oh my
yes,
God.
Mike Kaiser is the owner, operator of Bandon Dunes, the originator, but they did not name a course after him. That is 1. You need 3 more to win. All right, let's go to round number 2. Old McDonald. Real or fake, Charles?
That is real.
That is real. Very well done. You are off and running halfway home to qualifying for the trip to Las Vegas. All right, round number 3. Shorties. Real or
Shorties.
fake golf course at Bandon Dunes?
That is absolutely real.
It is. It's the short course, 19-hole par 3 course at Bandon Dunes. You are killing this thing. All right, let's go round 4 for the win. Sheep Ranch, real or fake course at Bandon Dunes?
You said Sheep Ranch?
Yeah.
Sheep Ranch.
That's fake.
Oh,
okay.
That one is real. It's the newest course, opened in 2020, I believe. The newest course on property. That's okay. You got 3 more chances here. Round number 5. White Cliffs, real or fake golf course at Bandon Dunes. Charles?
I think that's fake.
That one is fake. Yes, we have a winner today on real or fake. Charles, congratulations. Paulie will get your information here during the break and put you into the grand prize drawing for the $500 gift card. Congratulations. Woods, how would you have done on those?
Terribly. You have more?
The Oregonian.
Fake.
Fake.
It's a
Garden
newspaper,
of the
I
Gods.
think. Garden of the Gods? Fake.
Fake. Very nice.
Thank
Did
you.
Pretty well, too.
Not
All right.
bad.
Well done. Yeah. I'm going to be playing, I think, most of them. If we have time to get a 36 in a couple of days, we're going to try to hit many of the courses as possible over this weekend.
What's the total number of holes
Ooh, total number of holes
that you'll get
Gotta
to
be
this
around
weekend?
126, maybe somewhere around there.
And
all walking.
You'll play 126 holes of golf?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
if not more.
If not more.
If not more. I mean, if there's daylight, and it stays late up here. It's even at this time of year, like 8:20 is the sunset. So you can play golf all day long from sun up until sun down. And by the way, the more you play, like if you play 36, I think it's half off your second round. And if you go back out for a third round, it's free. I love a good deal. You know me.
But that's a lot of golf. That's a lot of golf.
Was I Benny? Was I crazy when I was watching a video yesterday on Bandon Dunes? I didn't see how old the video might have been, but the greens fees that they showed in the video, it actually looked fairly reasonable for the course itself. Like it didn't look like it was that crazy. It's just is it the trek up there and then finding an open tee time is what makes it so tough?
So I mean, it's definitely triple digits, green fees, but isn't everywhere nowadays?
Right.
Yes.
It's nothing like Pebble Beach or like TPC Scottsdale. Those are like $600-$700 courses now. It's definitely not that much. I mean, don't expect to be coming and paying $40 for a round of golf. That's also not going to happen. But it is considered, for at least the quality of golf, like top 100 golf courses in the world, it's definitely considered a value. And part of that is because it's not like, oh, hey, let's go play Bandon Dunes this weekend. No, you gotta make reservations months in advance. You got to get there. I mean, it's 2.5 hours from Eugene, which isn't exactly the center of the world here. I can actually see the University of Oregon from my room. Go Ducks.
Remember, I want a black T-shirt from Old Mac. Okay. Yep. XXL, not XXL. XL, just one.
Just one XL. Paulie, you want the same? You want something different? You want me to be
Well, I haven't even thought about that. I'll look.
Yeah.
Let me look at the pro shop and I'll find something cool.
It's going to be different logos at each course, so you have to kind of look and see which one fits yours. So if you've got, please text me if you've got an idea. Otherwise, you're at my mercy.
Yeah, and I don't want that.
Back.
I do not want that at all.
Yeah, I know that it's going to be Stolen Valor, but I've heard it's a really cool T-shirt, so that's fine by me. I like cool T-shirts.
Old Mac, it is.
All right, thank you, Benny.
All right, let's take our last time out before the Epic Wings Epic Padres Roundtable at the top of the hour. We will have Eno Sarris joining us from The Athletic, a little smart baseball on a Thursday, always one of our favorite segments of the week. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, we know how. It's Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, yes, I will actually probably lose weight on this trip because of the amount of walking that I'm going to do. I'm going to let myself indulge in, some of the food, though, while I'm on vacation. But I can do that because of SDFatLoss.com. They showed me a better way to eat. When I went through the program 3 years ago and I was much too heavy, I lost 40 pounds in 60 days. And I did it eating real foods. And that made such a difference for me. First of all, I had done the other programs. I had hated eating like bars 5 times a day. I did not like those soy protein bars. You don't have to buy any bars or shakes. There are no prepackaged meals with SDFatLoss.com. It's all real food. So that was a huge plus. But now, because I'm used to it, I can keep the weight off. It's just normal eating for me. I probably won't eat that much just because I've changed the way I think about food, the way I approach food. I'm not as hungry as I used to be. All the things you get with a faster metabolism, the good results from SDFatLoss.com. You can sign up right now for a free consultation by going to their website, SDFatLoss.com. And right now, take $200 off the program during their spring special. Gets you into that new body in time for the warm summer season in San Diego in July and August. But you got to sign up today. Go to SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
The Thursday edition of Bennett Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Got Eno Sarris coming up in just a moment. First, Padres baseball tonight here on 97.3 The Fan, 6 o'clock pregame show with Braden Soprenet in for Sammy Levitt, and then 7 o'clock first pitch. It's been suggested, guys, that the Padres may have to make a roster move today, with Luis Campusano nursing a toe injury and Freddie Freeman continuing to get battered by foul tips.
Not Freddie Freeman. Different Freddie
Freddie
entirely.
Fermin. Yes, totally different guy. That the Padres are uncomfortable not having a backup catcher other than Ty France, their emergency catcher, and may have to call up Rodolfo Duran before the game, and possibly just to make sure that they're not left without a backup catcher situation, which don't know what that would look like, but it was something that was suggested in Kevin Acey's newsletter that may be a move they're forced to make today just to cover their bases behind the plate.
No, it's you'd hate to see you said Campy?
Well, he's been nursing a toe injury. He was unavailable yesterday. So if he's unavailable today, you can't have Fermin every single day behind the plate. At some point, you're going to need another catcher to come back and back him up, other than just Ty France as your emergency guy.
Yeah, you'd hate to lose, Campy and all the momentum he's built so far this year.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's a bummer. All right, we'll see what happens.
Doesn't mean an injured list move necessarily. I mean, he may only be out for 3 or 4 days, but you can't go 3 or 4 days without a backup catcher in Major League Baseball.
That's true.
That's too risky. So we'll see what happens. We'll talk some smart baseball with Eno Sarris coming up after our last check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
La Jolla to San Diego, stop and go southbound on the 5. Before Balboa Avenue, the right lanes are blocked by a crash. A semi flipped over early this morning.
Got miles ahead? Make sure your car's ready. Swing by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They'll check tires, lights, and essential fluids with any oil change. Stay in your car, done fast, coupons at SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change.
It's time for the super polished, yet to be named Smart Baseball Weekly segment with Eno Sarris, son of a bitch.
All right, Eno Sarris from The Athletic joining us here on Ben and Woods on a Thursday morning. Good morning, Eno. How you doing?
Doing great. Almost the weekend.
Almost the weekend. Yeah, not quite. Well, it is for me. My weekend starts in 19 minutes because I'm on a golf vacation.
Yes, he is.
Nice.
Live from Oregon right now, Eno. I saw your tweet, and I know I saw this too. Mike Petriello tweeted out earlier in the week. The 2026 Swing Path visuals are now available at Baseball Savant, and you can go and you can look at what guys look like from the side in this really cool metric deal, and it shows you like their bat path and stuff. And you were talking about the Tampa Bay Rays. You said they have the flattest swings in baseball. Having a flat bat path is good for hitting fastballs, decent for contact overall, not the best for slugging, particularly down in the zone. I haven't seen Tatis's yet. I'm assuming it's fairly flat as well.
No, actually.
Oh, no.
Tatis's problem is different. I mean, we've talked about this a bunch, but in terms of what his, the tilt of his swing, an average tilt is around 30, and Tatis is at 30. So he's got average tilt. Somebody like Junior Caminero, who has a very flat swing, has a 26, 25 degree tilt on his swings on average.
That's so interesting to me. And yeah, we have talked to you about Fernando Tatis Jr. every week because it remains, a little bit confounding. I mean, you talking last week, maybe he just needs to move his feet around a little bit. We are searching for answers, as I'm sure he is as well. And, I watched every swing he took in San Francisco. Not once, did I think, ooh, that was a home run stroke right there. He just missed his pitch or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I think because he's counter rotated too hard, and he's, like I said, that back foot is pointed at the catcher. He's like worried about the outside pitch, so he like lunges.
Yeah.
And so the way that I would put it, and we did a whole thing on this on Rates and Barrels this week. The way that I would put it is he's working against his body. Like he's sort of like diving towards the plate, but he's rotated towards right field.
Got it.
And so that's why he doesn't have, I don't think he has a pulled foul ball in the air all year. He has like 2 pulled fly balls, and his entire spray chart is to center and right, which, that's great if you're Luis Arias, but it's not great if you're Fernando Tatis Jr.
Let's talk about something positive related to the San Diego Padres. Mason Miller. So everyone says that Mason Miller's best pitch is actually the slider, not the fastball that touches 103, 104. But obviously the two interplay with each other. What does your kind of stuff plus tell you about why Mason Miller, in an age when a lot of guys throw 100 now and, give up runs and home runs throwing 100, what makes him so very unhittable right now?
The thing that is special about the slider is he throws. I mean, obviously velo is a big part of this, and velo on the fastball makes everything else harder to hit. So yes, they do interact with each other. But he has like a little, almost like a baby sweeper. It's not so a bullet gyro slider. He throws at 88. And a bullet gyro slider would have 0 inches. They're called like 0 zeros. And so that would have 0 inches of vertical and 0 inches of horizontal. But his slider has 10 inches of glove side movement. And that's right around where sweepers start getting designated. In fact, if he threw it slower, I think it would be called a sweeper, because sweepers are sort of 10, 11, 12 inches of horizontal movement. So basically he throws the hardest sweeper in the game, along with a huge rising fastball that has an intense amount of ride, especially given that he's sitting 101.
How about that changeup as well? I mean, that he has busted out a little bit, broke one out yesterday as well. I mean, that's almost unfair. They shouldn't even allow him to throw 3 pitches because the first two are good enough at this point. But he's such a delight to watch, man. He has just been incredible.
I checked in with him when I was in San Diego, and he was really happy with where the changeup was, and he's like, I think it could be better than my fastball. So now he has 2 pitches that are better than his fastball.
Like his, not to be gross, but like his savant page looks like a murder scene is what it looks like. I mean, it's just purely blood red everywhere. They do call him the Reaper for a reason.
He's 100th percentile in expected ERA, expected batting average, fastball velo, 98th in exit velo, 99th in chase, 100th in whip, 100th in K. Yeah, it's all red.
Can you talk to him about his just piss poor extension though at 79? I mean, you got to get this thing figured out. 79 extension, whatever that is just unacceptable for a team that's trying to contend for a World Series. So next time you get in his ear, please mention work on his extension.
I am not telling him to touch any of his mechanics, dude. With that injury history, no. I say whatever's feeling good, do it.
You keep doing it, man. I love it.
Let me ask you though, because Craig Stammen has been pretty judicious in how he's used his elite bullpen in terms of getting plenty of days off. We haven't seen Mason Miller all that much. Usually there's a day off. Only a couple times this year have even Miller or Morahone or Adam gone 2 days in a row. I think that's good, especially this early in the regular season. It didn't work out necessarily against the Cubs in the playoffs, but it feels to me that when you unleash them in the playoffs and you can go every day, that there's got to be a way that the Padres in October can turn that into a more valuable weapon than we saw last year.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is if you can avoid overusing it during the season, and so that does put a little pressure on the other unit, which is the starting rotation. But I think you've got some good news coming there with Griffin Canning coming back. Pivetta will be back at some point, and Giolito's an interesting addition. So this is working out almost a little better than I expected for the starting rotation. I know that's sort of faint praise, but you had to expect that there could be setbacks for Musgrove, and you have to bake in injury. So Pivetta, I'm not saying that Pivetta himself being injured is not surprising, but somebody being injured is not surprising. And for them to stay afloat and to pitch this well and to be able to rest their bullpen says that it's doing all right. And of course, there's be better days ahead when Musgrove and Pivetta are all in there.
Yeah, and offensively, when Manny and Toddy are hitting, could be better days ahead as well. Eno Sarris joins us here on Ben and Woods. I wouldn't normally ask you on May 7th, hey man, what's the trade market look like? But I saw a quote from Dave Dombrowski yesterday that said, my phone's been ringing off the hook already. He goes, I've never seen it this busy this early in the season. Teams are calling. They're interested. They want to make moves. So I don't know why that is. It's just the way that it is. When you look at, listen, we've gotten to the postseason. What has seemingly failed us every year, has been our offense. And our offense has been, concerning. So you look around baseball, and I rack my brain thinking, who is a perfect fit for this lineup? Because we took a 360 hitter in Luis Ariz and turned him into a 280 hitter. And, Ryan O'Hearn, we got him last year, and Mike Schilt batted him once a week in the 8-hole. And I don't know what the offensive who's the offensive savior for the San Diego Padres?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I was going to say the reason I think that the phones are ringing off the hook is the same reason that there were some managers fired in April, and you usually wait till May or June.
Yeah,
is that the wild card has made it so that everybody has a chance. If you're talking about teams that have less than a 10% chance of the playoffs right now, you're only talking about the White Sox, Angels, Nationals, Giants, and Rockies. So that's not a lot of sellers. And would the Giants call themselves sellers at this point? I don't think so. The Angels have deluded themselves for years. So, there's probably only 2 or 3 sellers, and the White Sox have been playing well enough that selling right now would be the wrong sort of
wrong
message. I think fan base and their team. So if you do see a trade, I think it'll be sort of imbalanced roster things. It won't happen now because of Carlos Correa's injury, but something where like Isaac Paredes goes to another team for a pitcher or something, where people are like, we can help each other out. So that's the only thing I can see happening before the end of the season. And I don't really know unless it's the Marlins, trading a veteran pitcher, because they have Braxton Garrett and Robbie Snelling now, old friend alert, knocking on the doorstep to come in the big leagues. So could they trade like a Jansen Junk or somebody like that? Yes. So the Marlins are usually open for business, and they would want to bat. So I could see the Padres actually, and that's not your question. I know you asked about the offense.
Yeah.
But I think the offensive saviors are on the team. Wrong answer.
That's a good answer.
Because I don't. There's no one position where you're like, if we just had somebody there. The nice thing is that if Castellanos and Andujar don't work out, if you think that's not a pairing that works, you could just get any bat. It wouldn't have to have defensive value. It could just be somebody that it could be any bat.
We expected the Padres to need starting pitching, but with so many injuries around baseball, every team that's in it's going to ask for starting pitching. I mean, even the Tigers now may need starting pitching, which no one would have ever thought at the start of the season. That's going to really change the market, especially, the Tarek Skubal injury.
Yeah, I think you're hoping for the Padres pitching wise that your sort of acquisitions are internal, like basically Musgrove and Civetta. So, I think that'll work out. I think you want Tatis, and I think Merrill has another level, and we know that Machado has another level. So, if you have at the very bottom of your lineup, your DH, and everybody else is cooking, this should be a good offensive team.
Salvation lies within, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, Eno, very much.
I mean, you also think about the names that I said that are sellers. There's not too much out there unless the Angels open it up past the guys that are on 1-year deals. And Joe Adele, somebody like that comes out there. It'd be interesting to get another right-handed slugger, I guess.
Eno, appreciate it. As always, we will talk to you again next Thursday. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Eno Sarris on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. And that brings us to the end of our 3-hour program. Guys, have a good time on the Wings Padres Roundtable.
So excited for you. Look at him. Oh, he is. That is the definition of an S-eating grin right there. Look at that. Beaming. Have a great time, dude. Hit him straight.
I will see you guys Tuesday morning when I get back from Bandon
Cannot wait to
Oregon.
hear it.
Keep texting us throughout. Let us know how it is.
Give us something to work with tomorrow.
Give us something to work with tomorrow.
I will do my best,
right,
guys. Buddy. Thank you so much. And that's it for us. Paulie and Woods head over to the sound space for the roundtable. For those guys, I'm Ben Higgins. Have a great rest of your Thursday from all of us here at San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.